Build your custom home your way. This life.
should have scored some runs.
ये कोई फिल्म
Ziad is exercising all due diligence because he must, after losing his opening partner, Assad, who usually is the one that is explosive and transfers the pressure onto the opponent. Jihad likes to play calculated shots. His shots are measured and executed most of the times to perfection. Not that time. He probably was anticipating something, couldn't capitalize on that full toss, or perhaps did not arrive on time as he might have anticipated. This time, beautifully guided towards the point reason. The field is a bit heavy, wouldn't travel all the way to the fence, but will collect a couple of runs. Nice bit of backup there. And at the end of 4 overs, with the loss of 1 wicket, Avaani Cricket Club 29 runs for 1. Javid completing his 2 overs, only gave 14 runs. A brilliant start in the context of the game. Mani, who opened the bat today for Stars 11, is now with the ball. He likes to deliver some flighted deliveries sometimes, but he's also quick with the arms. So the batsman would have to be really careful. In the form of Imran Niazi there. A bit of a change in the lineup, but nonetheless, he can be quite explosive and damaging on his day. Is this his day? Stay tuned to know. Here's a bit of a difference with the approach of the two teams. That would have been single if it was Avaani Cricket Club fielding. Especially the infield players in that position. This time beaten with the flight. And mentally, even though it looks like not a lot of agitation there in the field, but it's always a pressure knowing that you've just expended 2 deliveries where you could have collected runs, and those deliveries being a dot ball always adds on that little bit of pressure. But that's the game, the level of awareness as a player to know what's impacting your internal biology and to be able to overcome that in that given real time is a quality of some good batsmanship. Having said that, even elite players struggle from this phenomenon all the time. Just the pressure of the moment. No doubt that they've got the skill and back it up with practice and exercise, but it can always momentarily slip away in the game of cricket, especially when you're batting. You need those scores on the board. These are in the required rate. This has been beautifully punched towards the point reason, just for a single. It's a beautiful shot for a single. of being a beautiful start in the morning. In the context of weather, the weather right now in the field is quite chilly. 3 layers for myself is not quite enough that I'm finding. I want to be covered in a blanket here in the commentary section. That's not the case. So definitely there is opportunities in the field where some close catches could be missed because the weather is a bit chilly. Sometimes that creates the stiffness, which is quite the opposite aspect when required to catch a really hard cricket ball. Once again, just Jihad wanting to retain the strike that time, denied the second run. But it was a brilliant call because it was a sharp throw from the boundary area. Could have been a chance had there been a call for the second run. Smart call there. Oh, that's beautifully played onto the leg side. We'll collect 2 runs, but that's a beautiful piece of batting that time again by Jihad. Javid continuing his 3rd over. That time wanted to pierce through the extra cover. Couldn't succeed. Didn't get the right part of the bat. Well, Jad's been collecting easy runs around the ground. He hasn't struggled playing any shots so far. That's a good sign, regardless of what the scoreboard says at the moment. He's just being cautious. But just those marginal moments where you're collecting runs by scoring off the sweet spot of your bat builds that confidence, which you can capitalize towards the later part of the inning. And it's also quite lethal in a sense because you give the sense to the opponent and that's easy 4 runs just because Jihad pushed for that 3rd run. That's a beautiful 4-run combination. After all, it ended up being an overthrow as some gift runs. Nonetheless, I would say the batsman earned it because of the hard running between the wicket. It reminds me of the days with MS Dhoni and Virat Kohli. How beautiful was that shot? Unfortunately, we won't be able to record the replay, but you can rewind the video and watch it for yourself. if you want to learn how to play the sweep shot with perfect execution. There's a chance that Mani will again deliver a flighted delivery. She was not happy that time with the call. But one crucial runs of that creative shot. It's always a dangerous delivery. Bit of a smart spell there by Noman. He's inviting the batsman to take the chances in a stage where he is playing very cautiously. So it's a bit of a counter attack in a sense, but a very subtle one that time by Mani. He knows Avaani Cricket Club requires runs, so he is not afraid to give them the chances to come and attack the deliveries. At that time, Jihad seemed to be beaten by the flight. Nonetheless, an excellent delivery.
आपने देखा कैच चढ़ा उसका हाशिम को 3 दफ़ा कैच चढ़ा ऊपर बस अनलकी रहा हाशिम ने तो एक बॉल भी मिडल नहीं दिया मुझे आशिफ तेरी इस हरकत के बाद हम तेरे पर एतबार कैसे करेंगे अब तेरी किसी बात पे बता यार कसम से यार इतना नहीं होना चाहिए आशिफ यार
This live stream is brought to you by Avaani Real Estate Premium Land Opportunities in Austria. Build your custom home your way. Inquire today.
Your simple word-of-mouth referral could earn you up to $10,000 in cash reward. Inquire today to know more. Brought to you by Avaani Real Estate. Relationship over profit.
That was very close. That's what pressure does to the best of the best. That seemed like it was on the slot. Missed it. By a mile. And that's exactly what Mani does. He realizes the requirement. He is a very aware player. He realizes what's required for the opponent and understands the mentality and wants to play against that, which is a very smart cricketing sense. This is going to be a flighted one as well. Sliced this time with the bat of Jihad. Will just collect a single. Bit of a slippery condition out there. It's always tricky to be able to bat and execute your ideas 100%. This can be difficult. You need sharp eyes to capitalize on these sort of deliveries. Single of that delivery. 3 runs so far. An excellent spill by Numan. Almost halfway into the innings, but Cricket Club of Avaani hasn't lost wicket after that early wicket of Asad, which is a good sign, but they do need runs on the scoreboard. This time again beaten with the flight, but Jihad will retain the strike.
With land sizes of 380 and 402 square meters, choose your custom home design. From modern facades to spacious family layouts, build your new home exactly the way you imagine it. Contact Avaani Real Estate today.
Zabran, the captain, now in the middle with some attacking plan. $154 needed in the next 11 overs at the rate of 14 and over. Be called a wide delivery. So starts with wide, but had beaten Jia there on the flight at that time. Once again, not coming out of the bat as he might have intended. Drop the mic. 괜찮아. 그냥 뭐 손대지. Jihad comes down the track for 4 runs. It's a great spectacle to be watching this battle between Mani and Jihad. They've played a lot of cricket together where they've shared insights about game plans and mental models. But this time they're against each other. Could be a flight delivery, and it was outside off. It has been signaled wide by the umpire. So nonetheless, Mani has had a beautiful spell so far, so he wouldn't be afraid to invite Jihad because he can afford to do that at the moment. Has bowled beautifully so far. Coming from over the wicket for Imran. And he probably would intend to bowl a bit fuller than what he would prefer for Jihad. Again, wanted to tonk that towards mid-wicket, but somehow getting beaten every time. Again, not coming out of the bat as intended. It's a chilly conditions. Nonetheless, the adrenaline is keeping everyone alive there in the field. Just a couple of layers perhaps, but not feeling the chilly like we are out here, passively sitting in the commentary box. But in the context of the game, an excellent spell there by Numan, only conceding 21 runs of his 4-over spell with 1 ball remaining. And fielder positioned in the deep. Imran that time connected the delivery but would only be given 1 run. So run rate slightly creeping up. 15.22 right now. The match seems to be slipping away gradually here, because it's 1 over more than halfway. The runs still in a substantial amount is what's required. Just 72 runs after 11 is the rate of located there in the deep will collect and limit the runs to 2. Had to work hard that time. Batsman there in the middle. Imran now seems to find the middle of his bat more often than he has so far in the inning. That has been in the last few deliveries, which is a good sign. And we'll have to depart. That I'm just not quite in the middle, and will expend his wicket after scoring 27 from 35 deliveries. New batsman Umar in the middle. There's plenty required of 8 overs right now. This match seems to slowly slip away, but when the two giants of the club in the form of Jihad and Umar are in the middle, nothing is actually impossible. So stay tuned to witness what could be one of the greatest action of the community cricket. Umadar with the new delivery, that time taking the advantage of the condition, just trying to bowl in the length and the line. It's always difficult channel right there in that leg stumps for a new batter who's trying to set their eyes. Usually he can tonk that delivery deep into the mid-wicket stands, just being a little bit cautious that time. That will give him a couple of runs. Which should be the end of the over. Now requiring 131 of next 8 overs, pretty much 48 deliveries. They need about almost 3 runs per delivery. Out of 12 overs bowled so far.
This live stream is brought to you by Avaani Real Estate Premium Land Opportunities in Austria. Build your custom home your way. Inquire today. This live.
Big shout out to Avaani Real Estate for being the proud sponsor of this live stream and the media, where we aim to bring actions every Sunday from the community competitions. And beautiful shot. midfielder trying his best to stop that, but was at some distance from him. So Faisal starting his comeback with a boundary. This could be an interesting over for Avaani Cricket Club. And in fact, it's the power surge which has already begun. Something going on about the state of the bowl. Umpire seems to be happy with the condition. Off the delivery, nothing wrong, he says, and the play continues. And a no ball being given. Massive six towards the mid wicket and a free hit. And 50 for Jihad. Absolute rock for his team. If Avaani Cricket Club has to be victorious today, it's going to be these two sentiments. If we can bring them over the line. Jihad has been there throughout this condition, so you wouldn't be wrong to say that he is quite set with the situation there in the middle. Bola, couldn't capitalize on that, perhaps due to the condition of the delivery as well. Got a good result there for Stars 11. Good over so far with 3 deliveries. Bit too full for a cut. But it's a bit of an extra bounce for the length that delivery had. Balls slipped out of his hand that time. Deceived the batter and got deceived himself too. It could have been a plan between the two batsmen there in the middle to attack Faisal, by the look of it, or not. Good delivery, surprised Umar that time. Seemed to be squared. little bit of discussion there about the condition of the ball. Given the condition of the outfield, wouldn't take another delivery to be in the same state. 7 overs remaining. One more over of the surge that still remains. There seems to be a plan this time, based on the run that they took just then. Perhaps would have been a conversation where Jared would have, or the two gentlemen would have mentioned about attacking this over. Perhaps Umar being the expendable in the mission. It's going to be some sort of an action in this over, as it seems, based on that quick running between the wicket during this power surge over. Ball has been changed as well. Could have been a collision there, but nonetheless, teamwork. Fair bit of teamwork there. Jet there in the middle, requiring some magical inning. Run rate nearly at 20 per over. With 6 overs remaining. 6.4 to be exact. But nearly 3 runs in a delivery is what Avaani Cricket Club needs to be victorious. Fair bit of conversation there in the middle from Jihad, welcoming his batting partner Pradeep in the middle. It'll be interesting to know what has been conversed, but that's going to be a mystery forever. Jihad still believes that there is a possibility, there is an absolute bit of possibility for this game to overturn and catch the opponent by off guard, because at this time, if Avaani Cricket Club can accelerate at a pace, then it's going to boggle the mind of the opponent. And catch them by surprise. Just gently tucked away. And getting that power surge. Just like usual, power surge tends to bring in the wicket most of the times, because the batsmen are in a pressure to score. Sometimes that can take away the merit of the delivery out of consideration. 4 runs coming off the bat of Jihad. A great bit of running there between the wicket. An athlete himself, Pradeep, who has represented Nepal in international crickets, now gracing the game of cricket and this competition by being one of the players who has embraced this community game during the off season of the Australian grade cricket. It's a beautiful shot. And I'm not going to say much more than how beautiful of a shot that is. An absolute bit of balance that you can see in his right leg, which is his front leg. All that weight being transferred. Balance. Poised. And lastly, the skill coming out of his wrist. Fantastic. So 100 runs mark comes for Avaani Cricket Club. They still need another 107, but they need that of 6 overs, which is 36 deliveries. Reminds me of the innings played by Suresh Raina in one of the IPL season for Chennai. But time for a shout out to our sponsor.
This live stream is brought to you by Avaani Real Estate, premium land opportunities in Austria. Build your custom home your way. Inquire today. This live stream is brought to you by Avaani Real Estate, premium land opportunities in Austria. Build your custom home your way. Inquire today.
Brought to you by Avaani Real Estate. Relationship over profit. Your simple word of mouth referral could earn you up to $10,000 in cash reward. Inquire today to know more. Brought to you by Avaani Real Estate. Relationship over profit.
So with very limited amount of overs and deliveries remaining, every dot ball will be a heavy inclination into the required rate, because they almost need about 3 runs per delivery. So 3 runs coming out of that 3 deliveries. The equation not quite adding up to the equation, but it's difficult conditions out there for batting. The ball doesn't remain as fresh. It accumulates the amount of moisture off the ground, off the atmosphere, and adds on to the weight of the delivery. Bit of a good intent there by Pradeep. But taking the leading edge in just one hand, offered for that catch by the fielder, will give them a chance to collect 2 runs. Jabran claiming that he had finished his over, but the bookkeeping doesn't suggest that. Still got 1 delivery. It's beautifully played to the straight reason. So that helps the cause.
With land sizes of 380 and 402 square meters, choose your custom home design. From modern facades to spacious family layouts, build your new home exactly the way you imagine it. Contact Avaani Real Estate today. With land sizes of 380 and 402 square meters, choose your custom home design. From modern facades to spacious family layouts, build your new home exactly the way you imagine it. Contact Avaani Real Estate today.
Yes, if you're looking for a new build or a land opportunity, the new developments, feel free to contact the agent at Avaani Real Estate today or at your earliest convenience. Dog it out and also slipped there. Would be interesting to see what happened. I hope he's fine. So 100 runs needed of 5 overs. Oh, that's bounced off into his face. Another chance there for Pradeep. The score is 112 at a rate of 7.30, and the required rate is almost 21 and over in the next 4 overs and 4 deliveries. That remains of this over, which is the 16th over running. Jihad still batting 64 to 40 deliveries. Straight into the hands of the fielder. It's a good delivery. Chance of a run out. Great bit of effort. In the end, I would highly recommend the players to be cautious and not invest intensively physically. There's a minor bit of niggle can be a concerning injury.
Stay খেলাটি আপনি হারলে সে আইডি ঠিক আছে একটু
Should have known that he was going to go on the offside. Give it a go. Yeah. Yeah. इससे रहना पड़ता है लेकिन ये ऐसा चीज होती है कि बिल्कुल
All right, after that action-packed innings, this has come to an end, and congratulations to Stars 11, who has won by 47 runs in the final of the Blaze Premier League 2.0. A great victory there. Avaani Cricket Club will have to try again next year. A little bit harder, but nonetheless, they have been an excellent bit of campaign with a lot of changes going on within the field. They will have to take a lot of positives as well as try and rectify some of the aspects that would want to. Hard luck and congratulations to Stars 11. Thanks to the proud sponsor of this live stream, brought to you by Avaani Real Estate.
This live stream is brought to you by Avaani Real Estate, premium land opportunities in Austria. Build your custom home your way. Inquire today. This live stream is brought to you by Avaani Real Estate, premium land opportunities in Austria. Build your custom home your way. Inquire today. This live stream is brought to you by Avaani Real Estate, premium land opportunities in Austria. Build your custom home your way. Inquire today. This live stream.
And thank you to all the viewers who has supported in their own ways by watching this live stream. We will be back with some more actions. There are 2 games scheduled for Avaani Cricket Club later this evening and afternoon. We'll be bringing you some more live action.